let's go ahead and get started. So welcome to our third Tuesdays at 2. We have a good group of people. Looks like we have about 12 or 13 signed on right, no, 11 signed on right now. But of course, at the Smith House, there's more than just one. So
look at all those Smiths.
I know. Devin and Aaron and
I love
it. So we have our favorite PTs, Dave and Nancy, and my name's Madonna McGuire Smith, and I'm the Executive Director of the Hemophilia Foundation of Oregon. And so we're going to get started with a few logistical things first, if I can figure out how to share my screen properly. So be patient with me. The first is, you can leave your video on or off. We are recording it, so if you don't want anyone to see your video later, you might want to turn your video to off. And also, I suggest that you put your microphone on mute, mostly because we don't want the little doggies in the background. But you're certainly welcome to keep your video on if you would like. If you have any questions, put them in the chat box or just raise your hand if you're still on video and we can get to you. So Dave and Nancy go through these kind of quickly. So if you do have questions, make sure you get my attention. And I'm going to share my screen from time to time. So we're going to try this. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I can hear Michelle. Oh, there we go. All right. I'm going to talk about the Tuesdays at 2 first. So you can see that this week is DIY resistance training. And next week is the couch potato workout, so that ought to be good. And the following week, we're going to be baking and doing some upper body strength. So be sure you have those needed ingredients. I've been hearing on the news lately that flour and yeast are getting harder and harder to get. So make sure that you have those. And then I wanted to point out, hold on one second. There's one other thing I wanted to point out. Our Thursdays at 7 lineup. You can see that we have a virtual campfire this Thursday, so be sure you find that link. You can get the links for both the Tuesdays at 2 and the Thursdays on our website all the time. They're always available on that front page, and then that takes you to a link. You can also go back and re-watch the old ones that we've done. So if you're interested in any of the ones that we've done previously, be sure you go back and look at those. And then one more thing I wanted to share with you was, again, the information on how to reach us. If you have any questions, you can always find us on our website, or you can email me or call me, whichever you'd like to do. And, oh, it looks like we have someone else in the waiting room, so I want to let them in. This Thursday's virtual campfire is going to be so much fun, so make sure you share all that information with everyone that might be interested. We're going to have a lot of special guests with us on Thursday. So join us if you can. I want to remind you one more time that it is being videotaped. It's recorded. So we are going to save this on our website and you can go back and visit it. And by staying on your video, you're okay with us using your image on our website. All right. Dave and Nancy, we ready to get started?
Yeah.
Ready as we'll ever be.
Ready as we'll ever be. Okay. Right. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to see if this is successful. Here we go. They're going to do the commentary. Can you see it?
We can see it. Nothing's happening yet. I guess we are live from my backyard and the Vatican and your local Shriners Temple. There's the Vatican part. Shriners Temple's behind us. We mean no offense to anybody, but we're going to do it anyway. All right. So the core. What is your core? We're going to do a little bit of anatomy to talk about your core. This is a dude with no skin. So you just see the muscles and the front part of the core, which is like your belly. And so right there is a bunch of fascia and muscles. And I'm going to poke on the muscle. Look at it. Lights up yellow. Those are your external obliques. The fibers run from like your hip towards your jeans pocket. My fingers will show you the direction here in just micro moments. Maybe. Oh, no fingers. Oh, come back, fingers. Right, there they are. They run that way. So when your external obliques contract, they do that. Now, next are your internals. They are the other way around. Those are the internals right there. Their fibers run from like your hip up toward your shoulder. So they go at right angles to your external obliques. They go that way. So when they contract, they do that. And those aren't big contracting muscles, so they just kind of contract and hold. Those are your stabilizers. All right, that is your six pack, your rectus abdominis. Those muscles run up and down, the fibers run up and down. So when they contract, they pull like your chin towards your knees. That's your transversus abdominis, named because it transverses your abdominis, and fibers run horizontal and they contract that way. So when all those fibers work together, they give the front part of your body a really solid platform to work on. Now we're going to go to the back. Backside, you got a bunch of big muscles here. You got your lats, you got your trapezius, you got somebody's hand. He's talking, but God knows he's making no sense whatsoever. Oh, take muscles away. There's some rhomboids. Okay, you see those big, long spinal extensors right there. They're super long fibers. They run like from head to tail, and they extend your spine or like pull you back your head towards your butt. We're going to get rid of them because the ones we're most interested in, oh, we're going to keep getting rid of them. Keep getting rid of them. There you go. Those little tiny guys right next to your spine. Oh, look at that. They turn orange when you poke them. Turn the man sideways, and you can see. Make them bigger. And they're these short little fiber multifidus, and they run from like part of your vertebral column to another part of your vertebral column or to your ribs. And they are super short stabilizers, and they just contract and hold. So you got that in the front, and that's your core. All right. Ooh, look at that handsome guy. Here he is on his back patio. What the heck is he going to say? I can't remember. Talking about okay, martial arts. Talk about your core is your center. I'm pointing at my belly because that's like kind of where it is. So, and because I like to point at my belly, it makes me feel good. Oh, and I'm pointing at my head. That has nothing to do with my head. Your core is, think about your center. If you draw a line right down your spine, and then you draw a line right across the middle of your body, they will intersect at a right angle right above your belly button. That's kind of where your core is. And maybe this will show it. Or maybe it won't. I don't know what's next. Okay, all right, we're going to do an Aikido move. This is called a Tenkan. And you stand, so your position is similar to when you were doing the lunge before. So your feet are about a little bit apart, shoulder widths apart, and your toes are pointed in. So your femur, for you anatomically minded people, is internally rotated, and there's a reason for that. And what a Tenkan is you are basically spinning around your front foot. Holy crap, where'd he go? He's back. What's he going to do now? Let's find out. This is so exciting. I think he's going to step in Tenkan. Is that right, Nancy?
I think so. Yeah. You're going to
All right.
repeat that.
There's a step, maybe, and a Tenkan. Woo, that was fast. Another step, maybe, and a Tenkan. Holy moly, that's really fast. All right, so those of you at home, what I want you to do is take a step forward and then spin around. And I think we're going to do 10 of them now. Maybe.
Ooh,
Maybe not.
just did it beautifully.
Thank you. Oh, there it is. Step and a Tenkan. And a step. Oh my God. Look at that. No, don't do them that fast. Step. I have no idea what's going on here. I think it's step and Tenkan. So what you want to do is take step and then bring your spin around on your front leg and keep your center level. All right, that's called a tenshin, which is stepping backwards. And again, the concept is you move around your center. Your center stays put and you move around it. Don't fall off your patio because that's like 10 years bad luck. Okay, I think we're gonna step and Tenkan and then tenshin. Is that right, Nancy? And we're gonna touch our bellies because that's where the core is. And we like to do that. It makes us happy and we feel content. And that's what you don't want to move. So we'll see what happens here. Step. Tenkan, tenshin. Ooh, that tenshin was fast. Step. Tenkan, tenshin. Oh, this is like a Marx Brothers movie. All right, do 10 of these, so those will be interesting. But see if you can do that at home. Take your step, turn around, and then step back. And keep your pelvis level, your shoulders level, and don't move in a herky-jerky motion like that guy on the screen. All right, we're on to the next event. we're going to add things to it. And those things are objects like a dowel. Yep, but we don't want that. There's a pipe. I don't want that either. There's a broomstick. Yeah, maybe later. What's that? Ooh, that's a sword. Of course I'm going to want that. So I don't know. Guy disappeared into the ether. He's out. Oh, look at him with his sword. What's he doing? Oh, very good. He's holding a sword right in front of him. So the back end of the sword is coming like right at my center. The tip is up a little bit. I got my knees bent a little bit. My toes are pointed in, shoulders above my pelvis. When you cut, you come straight up over your head. When the cut comes down, this one stops at 90 degrees to the ground. And when the cut stops, you drop your center. And the reason for that is, oh no, you have to use a sword, Corey, come on. That's where it's at. The reason for that is it adds a lot of power right at the end for that kind of movement. However, in the sake of safety and stuff, we will use the broomstick for this. And what are we doing here? We're not going to bat it like baseball.
I can't see everybody, but I can see Jamie. And Jamie, yours look really good. You're
Oh,
doing
good. All right. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're going to do step and cut. I think we did 10 of those, but it's going to be pretty jerky. So just without knocking stuff over in your living room or hitting any of your family members or doing anything that you regret later, and gonna have to have the Pope come to your house because you did something. Just don't cut anybody. Okay, number next. We've got all our stuff hooked onto our broomsticks. Those are our gallon milk jugs, about half full, so that's about 4 pounds. And there's 2 of them, so for those of you who are mathematically minded, that's about 8 pounds. And they're on my broomstick, and I just disappeared. I'm back. And so with the broomstick, I'm going to use the same Aikido pose. Feet about shoulder width apart, hips turned in, a little bit bent at the knees, so totally centered. If I take my broomstick and do something with it here, there, I'm just going to bring it up, and I think I'm just going to hold it right now. That's what I'm going to hold it. And what I can feel when I hold it, and you hold yours, see if you can feel it. I can feel all those muscles in my core, my front and my back, my butt, my hips, my thighs, everything is kind of working. And if you move it relatively away from or towards your body, it feels differently. And the point of this is just to feel your core and change what the forces acting on it are by where you put the additional force. All right, now we're going to do biceps curls. Okay, everybody knows how to do that. I think we did 10 of them. So grab your stick and your milk jugs and join me in doing 10 and do them a little more fluently than the guy on the screen's doing.
It might be my connection. Sorry about that. It might be my connection that's causing the jerkiness.
Right. You know what? The first one looked like that, and then on YouTube it was really smooth. So
Okay.
all right, now we're going to do like an overhead press. So your body's in the same spot, knees a little bit bent, shoulder width apart, centered, and it's just going to push up overhead and come down. Maybe down. Oh, maybe not. Uh-oh. He's back. All right, so you can do some of those military presses if you'd like with your own very bar. Okay, we also made some little weights. You can do these all same exercises with a lighter amount of weight. So you can do curls, you can do presses, you can do whatever you want to do. The starting positions are exactly the same. You go really slow, and the point is to make sure that you engage your core. That is, you feel all those muscles that we talked about earlier engage while you do these things. There's pushing out and pushing down. Who knows what's going on here? All right, good job, Kevin, says Harp. All right, now we've got a half a full half gallon. So that's like 2 pounds. And we're going to work in diagonals. I don't know why he's touching his shoulders. There must be something important going on there. Got his cookie jug, or his milk jug. Going to go across our body, starting on like where one hip pocket is, come up and across. And notice I am watching my milk jug go up and go down. And I'm not like super turning my hips or my shoulders, but by watching it go up and down, you engage all the muscles in your core, like at the same time when that's happening. And the back of your arm. And you can do that on both sides because most of us are fortunate enough to be two-sided people. So we can go out and away from our body. We can also start out and go across our body. So essentially you wind up making an X across your body. And I think we do a whole bunch of them here. And I try to remember to change hands, but I think I do the same hand twice. And we do 5, Nancy, is that right?
Yeah.
Each way? I think we did. All right. And there we go. Look how not smooth that is. That is not something to emulate. We want smoothness. So I went. Okay. So I went from out to up, and then I just sort of changed sides of my body, went up the other way, and then I'm going to switch again and complete the X, I think. But I also think I did the same one twice. Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. But again, the whole point is move slowly, move in a diagonal, watch whatever you have moving around, and engage your core the entire time.
So that's the second one twice.
All right, there I'm doing something, and I may have done it already. The whole point of this thing is once you figure out where your core is and what it feels like when it's engaged, is to try to do that all the time with movement. And it also, it contributes to movement, it contributes to body mechanics, it contributes to posture, it contributes to not having your back hurt, contributes to all kinds of things. All right. Oh my God, the Pope is back. Hallelujah. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take what we did and we're going to make it go away. And we're going to come back with 2 discrete half-filled bottles, but it's not something you do alone. You need a partner. So pick a partner in your house. Maybe don't do this in your house. We are outside. So we are going to do milk jug chucking, similar to spam chunking at camp, but we're chucking a full milk jug. Don't let the water spill on you. Keep a good social distance from anybody else that you don't know that doesn't live in your house. Be creative. Get some rotation involved. Get some bending over. Hike it between your legs. Turn around, flip it over your head, throw it like football. Your creativity knows no bounds with this activity. I think that's it.
Yep. That's all I have for
But I'm
video.
not sure.
Does anyone have questions about what we've done or anything for Dave or Nancy? That went kind of fast.
Clear as mud. That went faster than we thought it would, but yeah, it went fast. Oh, we have somebody exercising their core there. I like it.
Oh, I like it. Look at, she's dancing.
I think our point 2 was anything you can grab around the house can become a resistance. A can of tomato.
All right. Oh, look at it.
Oh,
a can
that's
of
Smith.
milk.
Smiths are chucking water in the living room.
Ah,
Fabulous. I love that.
love it.
That should become a dinner time thing, right? But use glasses. Don't just use a stopped up milk jug. Use glasses, right, Madonna?
Why not?
Why not? That's right.
This is a water bottle filled with pennies.
Oh, look
Even
at that,
better.
Kevin.
Perfect.
Great idea.
Perfect.
That's great. You can also, when you did, we went through it pretty quickly, but you used the tubes with the sand or the rocks in it.
Mm-hmm.
You just have small, like 2-pound weights. You can do that as well, right?
Yep. Anything.
Yeah, those were PVC pipes, and they, I don't know, I just went around my house and I found everything that I was like in the garage. I found toilet paper rolls. I filled them with sand and wrapped them up with duct tape. You don't even have to build it. You just grab a 16-ounce can of
Right.
tomatoes like Kevin did. He took a jar and filled it with with pennies and weigh it. You don't have to have a lot of weight to have a workout. So 3 pounds is a good place to start for your arms. Sometimes a half pound's enough to start. I thought Jamie looked like she was holding about 5 pounds. I couldn't tell how heavy hers was.
2 pounds.
All right,
Okay.
2's good.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Because you're able to keep your form right when you use like a little less weight. And 2 pounds, if you do 10 reps, it's going to get tiring. So you don't have to force anything. And the PVC pipe I found is really nice. If you fill it with water, it makes it unsteady. So you have to balance to get the midline point to that. But that wasn't something I had to buy. I just found that around
All
the
right. And the most consistent weight you will lift is your body weight. So anything you can do that brings a presence in mind to how you move and to help you to safely move will help you to safely move your body weight, and you do a little bit of exercise no matter what you do.
But I like what Dave also pointed out is we do a lot of things in straight lines, and our bodies are also meant to handle diagonals. So moving in and across your body works different muscles than if you move straight up and down. So you get a lot more stability when you work all the muscles around the joint, and that can be in different directions.
And we passed through the toilet paper roll things pretty quickly. But Dave, I think at one point you showed you could just hold them out in front of you for periods of time as well, right? Just kind of to hold that core. So it's almost like a plank, but with your arms and weights on them, right? Where you just kind of hold them in place.
Right. And if you vary where they are and how much weight there is, then you can also vary it by like standing on a basketball with 1 foot. That will also change all the forces that are being exerted on your core and on your arms and legs. So it's really, it's infinite what you can do. You can just vary it a million different ways.
And I like what you said, Donna. When you bring those out, you can just do small circles, bring them out to the side, small circles. Yeah, Kevin, exactly. Up and down. I don't know if you can see my hands, but you can go forward, down, up, circles this way. It's amazing what you kick in. Yeah, thank you, Kevin, for demonstrating. And the key, what Kevin's doing really nice there is he's not bringing his shoulders up like this to do it. He's keeping his shoulders down and then he's holding it out. So you're not using the wrong muscles. You're using all the stability ones. Ooh, nice demo. Thank you.
Good job, Kevin. So is there...
Yeah, that upside down uses entire, even just doing that twist up and down like that is a great one.
And how much time should they do each day if they do these? So they do about 5 to 10 reps each, but then for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
Yeah, 20 to 30. If we put, I don't know, we probably did 20 to 30 minutes of taping. That the tapes went pretty fast because they were kind of speeded up, but it probably took us, between figuring out what we were going to do and trying it and all that, about 20 to 30 minutes.
And if you're doing reps, sometimes we go to, you do a rep until
you're tired. Yeah.
So you just do 2 sets to fatigue. So if I can only do 8 of these and I'm fatigued, I drop my arm, shake it out, give them a rest a second, and then I'm going to come back and maybe do 8 more of those. So then you increase, and it may be that you get to 25. So I tend not to do any sort of, everybody will say 3 sets of 10 is great. But sometimes it's easy just to think about it, to do just fatigue, 2 sets to fatigue.
Oh, good to know. Okay. Does anyone else have questions? It felt like it went really fast today. I don't know.
It did go fast.
Yeah, I think we didn't, when we do it live, I think we're able to do we're going to do the 10 reps with you.
Yeah, we get a better sense of time.
And when you videotape it, I think we did some of that, but you can give feedback too if you like it better videotaped or if you like it better live.
Yeah, we would love feedback because we're going to do it again next week and we're going to do couch potato exercises. So I'm excited to see what we have for next week. But you can always go to the website and watch this again if you want to remember the exercises that Dave did with us. And also some of this commentary at the end to kind of clarify some things. And
when they go through YouTube filter, for whatever reason, the jerkiness goes out.
Oh,
So
good.
there's something. Yeah, the first one I looked at that again. I looked at yours, Nancy, and it was everything was much smoother. All the movements were smoother.
Okay. So that helps.
Yeah.
Okay, other questions or any comments? I really enjoyed it. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate this for us.
I had one comment. I just wanted to say that I recently just got a book called You Are Your Own Gym. And it's by like a former armed forces trainer. And yeah, the whole book is all about body weight exercise. And I think it's really a good book. And it's, you know, $15-20 on Amazon. So if anyone's looking to learn more on their own, I would definitely recommend that.
Cool.
Thank you. That was awesome, you guys. Great to see you.
Oh,
Thank
good to see you.
you.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you
Yeah,
next week.
welcome. Ready? Bye all.
Bye.
Bye.